Okay. Um, I guess before we start, is there anything you wanted to focus on, or just go through the maps and see like small things and
Um,
stuff?
just go through the maps and point out like what you
Okay.
see.
Okay. Yeah. Obviously, I didn't have time. I watched this map for sure, but I didn't
Hmm.
have time to review them first. I did notice you most of the times that Winston jumped in, you did boop him back with Coach Gun, and it was usually good. Like it was almost always good.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. There, Kiriko kept trying to climb, and she was struggling. Um, so one thing I noticed definitely on this specific point that was very good, and again the boops back were also very good.
Yeah.
A little bit right there before the Sojourn you shot at, and then a little bit afterwards, you just kind of get indecisive. Like right here, you're not really doing anything, and you're not like maximizing anything. And then eventually you do drop, and I think it's fine to drop or fine to stay up top, either one. But like you just want to make sure you're doing those things as soon as you can, right? I do think it would be better to be top here, even though your team did drop. You know, like being up on top of that thing where the Sojourn is right now. Pretty solid chance you would have been able to like kill one of the squishies, or like if Winston jumps you, like your team maybe can push in, but the team as a whole shouldn't have dropped altogether anyway.
Yeah.
Not everyone should be in low ground.
See, they were like, we should drop, so I was like waiting, and then they went, and then they did, so it was weird.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good thing to have Sigma drops, he plays to this corner, so like he can contest cart, and he spams down. Torb can drop and like play either on the right side over there, or like right here, and he has mega and stuff. And then Zen can drop eventually if he needs to, but like Zen, Ana, and Ash up here, like on this high ground, like if they need to fall back, like it's pretty easy to drop off. You can still play right here, shoot down and stuff, and like let them push into your Sig, and then they're just gonna get screwed by antis and stuff. Like it's probably just like gonna help a little bit, because when you're all shooting down this little like alleyway, it just makes it a little bit harder to do a bunch of damage. It's just easier for them to kite it and stuff. Yeah, I'm glad you went back up top. That was good. And this Kiriko was struggling to climb. I noticed that she did it like 4 times or something. Like she was really struggling to climb. I think this was good that you went up here. I don't know what comms were like, obviously, but like, you do end up dying here. Like, make sure like you can stay in line of sight of your Ana or Zen, whichever one. Or at the worst case scenario, like you could always play like that room back there and then force Winston to jump you.
I think my mistake was like playing the box for cover instead of the room.
Yeah, it's tough because like I don't remember for sure, but I feel like there was a larger box here before or something in the last game.
I feel
maybe there
like
wasn't
that
at all.
too.
I don't know. I just felt like there was. So yeah, it makes it awkward for sure. But yeah, I think like playing in the room to your left if you need to, or again like staying in line of sight. Like you could always play over on the far right too. Like you could start at the box. I can't go to third person, so I always have to like move to cart whenever I go third person.
That box was bigger.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm not used to dying there.
Yeah, you could maybe start at the box, and like that's like you have that little bit of cover, and then you could back out just like straight backwards out of the room, like out to the little landing you'll see in a second, or like you could move right, and then like your supports and stuff can still see you if like Winston decides to jump you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that probably be the best way to go about it. It's tough whenever you like the orb gets in your face and like Sojourn just spamming down damage. Like you're just fucked. It's so hard to deal with that, you know, like that. Unfortunately, the box can't save you. It sucks.
Yeah, Lotto let me know he couldn't see me right as I was like hiding behind the box. So I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Not much I could do.
Good that you took high ground though, like to initially start here. Made Winston kind of have to like rethink things. He wasted bubble because of you. I don't think I think you should probably stay high ground. I don't think it was too bad to drop there, like trying to deal with the tracer and stuff. You do get like a 3-person dynamite off too, which is nice. But I would try to get back to the high ground as soon as possible on this one.
Okay. See, I also felt like this map I was probably focusing on the tracer a little bit too much.
A little bit, yeah. Like, you know, like when she's right there at the beginning, when she's on the low ground, you'll see in a second, like where the cart is right now, you know.
Yeah.
like when you drop there to shoot at her and stuff, like that's a good thing. Like that's not a bad, because like there's no one else to shoot at. Like that's always a good time to do that. Or if she's pushing you, obviously, like if she's pushing you, like you could do like one or two things. You could like try and focus her down, take the 1v1, or you could just like move to be with your team, whether that's on low ground or whatever, like move to be with them, and then she's gonna struggle to kill all of you guys. Either you guys could take her out together, or like kill the rest of them while she's doing nothing. One of the two.
Yeah, but as far as team play goes, like if she's not diving you, it's your Torb's job to peel for your supports.
Yeah.
Especially with turret, like that's just his job. Whereas you could play here or on top of ship, and part of your job is baiting Winston. Because if he's going for you instead of your supports, that's kind of a good thing, and then you can just conk him like away from you, right? Like back off on the low ground. I saw you try to do that earlier.
Yeah.
And then I would go for squishies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kept doing a good job of conking him away. It was nice. Excuse me.
It was Ace Matrix. It was kind of easy.
True. That's Strawberry. We were telling Strawberry, like Jarl, whoever else,
that diva
like about
was
him.
a little painful. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. When he ults Bob, that was something.
Oh my god.
That's what made me sad. I was like, how did we lose this map to
we all
Ace?
screamed. We all screamed when we were watching. Like, why is he primaling Bob?
Yeah. The top of the ship is a nice place to play, like Strawberry said. I also do like playing where you're playing, though. Like that mini is super nice, and you're obviously closer to your supports.
This is safer.
Yeah.
If you actually had like a pocket, right? Then I
definitely
would say, or at least a support that's on high ground with you, or at least near you. Then I like top of ship because it's so oppressive. Like I'm sure you've played Attack on Gibraltar or any of these maps where they utilize like the highest ground possible.
Literally this literally the junk.
Right,
like it wasn't even like a good person to be on top of ship, but junk fucked.
But it's so hard to address that, especially when you have a Rhine on low ground.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was so sad. I was like, what do we do?
Yeah. So the timing of Bob, beautiful. Obviously, going through the door, unideal. I would probably aim him for that, like the back middle wall, like where the door opens for first to second point. That way, like he can see like the payload, he can see like all the various rooms and stuff, and he can kind of see the high grounds a little bit. Like if it would, I think you were probably aiming for like the corner or for on cart, like that sort of thing.
I was. Yeah.
Like obviously, like there's not much you can do about that. Bob just has a mind of his own.
It bothers me so much. It happens way too much.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think if you just put him a little bit to the left there, more towards that door, you can get like the most value out of him. This was tragic too. You were stuck with Orb. I remember seeing that happen, and I was like, oh Jesus.
Oh no.
Yeah. I think that happened a couple times this frame where I just got stuck on something. And I was like, oh my god. I don't know how I lived. Oh wait, on a mid.
You did a good job getting away from the bubble though, which was really nice, and forcing the Tracer to play outside of it. That was good. That definitely saved you there, although, this is looking sketchy.
We still do lose. We still do lose there, yeah. I think he probably should have waited to Sig ult there. He should have used the nano a little bit more. It's unfortunate. But we did win the fight, that was big. Skip forward a little bit. You're doing a good job putting pressure onto the Sojourn here. Don't be afraid to take the aggressive angle. Like call for Lauder to give you orb when you're standing here, and like go up like towards the ship doorway. You don't even have to go into ship, because like Sojourn up close is gonna be scary. But if you do hit her like you do, you could always like go up into there and kind of put a little more pressure on her. I definitely wouldn't drop here unless Winston jumps you.
Yeah. Yeah, you want them to use their cooldowns and force you off of high ground. You don't want to give that to them for free.
Nah, it's just a tough fight playing against Tracer. That'd have been sick if you did, but that's tough.
That flip almost hit.
It was close.
Yeah.
Giddy little bitch.
She is. I would instantly try to go into the high ground here as soon as your team comes out. As soon as everyone gets there, I try to conk up top because, like, really, like, only Winston can pressure you. Like, yes, like, you know, Sojourn can shoot at you, but, like, Winston's the only one who can do anything to you. Like, you're gonna know if Tracer's coming up to you. Like, that's not gonna be a problem.
Yeah. I think I was just, like, a little bit scared to play aggressive since we had, like, a Zen instead of a Mercy.
Fair, but, like, he should be orbing you anyway. Like, he shouldn't have orb on Sigma. That's or Hog. You know, like, if there's scenarios where that, like, the tank gets it, but, like, it should be on you and Hades.
Yeah.
I think that the Reaper swap was nice.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm not able to aim right now.
I don't think that. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think you were doing a pretty good job on Ashe. I think Ashe would be good too. I just Reaper will shut down the Winston quite hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a good job kiting Kiriko ult and Sojourn ult. And you killed Tracer here, I'm pretty sure. It was really good. Great job baiting out that and finishing Kiriko. Both those were really good. It's always tough when you get into that mode where you get a stall and then you get your 5k stolen. You did a very good job in this fight. This was really nice.
Top top.
Yeah. A lot of yoink. I yelled and Barty, Strawberry can attest to it. A lot of yoink your fucking 5k. I was pissed for you. Fucking, you did all of the work. Even got Sojourn down to 1 health and a lot of yoink that shit. So, like, I think there's probably 2 ways of playing here, right? Like, when they have the Winston, like, I think it's a good idea to kind of sit back and just melt him as soon as he jumps in. When they swap to the Hog, though, I think you could still play this corner where your Hog's playing, and, like, once he hooks someone, try to melt them with him. And, like, he did often hook tanks, so, like, you would need to be the serious damage there. But I also don't think it's a bad idea to, like, sort of play aggressive in us. Yeah, like, kind of flank, like, play up, like, top, like, up above the... Let me go to third person for a second. Go, like, up above where, like, you'd play on a hit scan, but, like, you just, like, again, try to bait cooldowns out of them. Or, like, in the room below this, you know, like, try to bait cooldowns and, like, try to bait hook. And then, like, once he goes for a hook on you, if he doesn't hit you, you know, like, that's when your Hog can go for a hook real easy. And, like, if he doesn't hit the hook on you and your Hog hits the hook on him, like, you drop, he hooks him, and he's fucked, you know? Like, that could be another good way to play that. I think... yeah, with the Winston, that was perfect. Like the way you were playing, like you were just melting him and anyone who came in, and that was beautiful. But like once they swap to the Hog, don't be afraid to be a little more aggressive.
Okay.
I think the only time you really need to necessarily worry, right, is if like they have like a Widow or something. Like a one-shot you, like, because even if Hog hooks you, there's no guarantee he one-shots you, but like you have enough cover to avoid it.
Widow, though, on that
Yeah, that's the only thing that just like becomes scary, is what I mean.
Well, yeah, but like I mean, the Hog's scary. You just have to beat the cooldown, right?
Yeah.
But like here, you're just not in a great position.
Yeah.
Whereas you could be fucking up their backline.
Yeah.
Especially when you have like Bastion.
Yeah.
Bastion's gonna play, you know, in your back and just kind of shred.
Yeah. When you get nanoed, just go in, because he can't one shot you know with a hook, and like at that point too, your Hog should also push in. The nano ends up getting wasted.
See, but he was wholehearting them even farther away, so
yeah, that's true.
True. That's true. That is true. You got nanoed like right as he slept.
To be fair, I think it was a bad nano.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
I wasn't told being nanoed before. It wasn't a great nano,
and then
that's
Sirius whole hogged them all.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Don't be afraid to just solo ult Ana here.
Yeah, I want to tell her than ult the team. Is yeah. It's like, oh, I can do things. No.
What's that? Oh. Overall, not horrible though. It was just more like the biggest thing there was like the indecision. On first point a little bit with like the Ashe, like when you like didn't just drop or like didn't, you just kind of like stood there for like a little bit. That thing.
Mission readiness protocols engaged. I'm good.
It's also like weird because in this game I'm like afraid to be aggressive a lot of the time just because well, there's like less cover to like bail me out and stuff. So.
Yeah, don't worry about it though, because like with no off tank, you know, like you're gonna be able to kill those supports easier, and like most people like around our rank, like they're not peeling for themselves well. Like they're struggling, and like your Echo is good enough to like be able to work with that. You know, like you can kill shit on Echo.
Yeah.
Like on you murdered the Mercy pocketed junk and then killed Mercy after he got res too. Like you had no one else to help you, and that's unfortunate. But like you still were like fucking shit up even with that. That was a good job pressuring the Ana there. Unfortunate jump came in. Fuck you. Not much. You dropped a little bit. That's probably the reason you died. But like even so, he could have killed you from up top. It's tough. This was a really good dive from the team. He didn't need to pressure Sombra as Winston. That was something. I do like that you took the high ground here for any sort of recontest. Chunk obviously went up there. And then here I think like don't be afraid to like start chasing kills with him a little sooner. You do go in and that's great. You just kind of hesitated a tiny little bit.
Yeah.
Like honestly, sometimes on DPS, and it can be considered feeding for sure, but like sometimes I'm the first person to go in. Like like on those stagger kills, because like their lives like dying is way more important than like your life dying. Yeah. Like if you kill 2 but like you die, like that's absolutely worth it, you know. And you guys didn't get a single stagger there, and it's mainly because like the tank was late, and then like you came like right after him too.
I think that comes down to positioning at the end first. Actually.
True, yeah. You could like
you
go straight up top. Yeah.
Yeah, well, if you want to look at first point for a second at the end of it, I think Bear was on like that top left high ground. Right?
Yeah, I went to top left instead of on top of ship.
And I think oh no, on first point.
I'm backing up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at it.
It's fine. The stream's. Oh, okay, you're here. So like you're here. Obviously, you were aware of it happened, you know, like a fight ago. But you were aware of the Sombra, right? And we were all chasing her and all of that shit and making sure we get the payload in. So your Winston was definitely out of position. It's not his job to chase away the Sombra. I don't know, unless you are confirming that kill. But then like Hades also, you know, pulled back. Like it was a collective thing, right? But in a perfect world, like you know, one of the DPS is peeling. If that's you in that moment, that's fine. It just kind of depends on what your other one's prone to do. And then obviously your support should be feeling for each other, but like you and Winston really should be pushing up, like Dylan was saying. But that should happen like ahead of time. If y'all have already won and you're just kind of like pushing it in, you're either clearing point, right, or you're probably on this top right high ground. And the reason why I say that is because they're going to come out left. Most teams just do, right? Because that's just how they get out of spawn. But like if they're playing a hit scan, right? Altar, they're gonna come out on this back high ground. On the left, you could jump out on the left side, but you're already kind of like giving up that positioning, you know, like if they try to float through these doors, or when you're running dive with Winston, you can preemptively like maybe dive someone in the back while they're coming up to try to contest at the end, and y'all just start fucking up their backline from there. Because like even if someone dies on point, you guys are like breaking them up from the inside as they're trying to rush back from spawn, and then you can build that into staggers that you want into second. So I mean that's kind of a roundabout way of what Dylan was saying, is just be more aggressive, right? And that, but it's a timing thing, right? Like if you wait a little too long on first, then you're waiting a little too long on second, and second is so hard to push on a lot of these maps, like we were talking about earlier. So it's really about, you know, proper setup and timing. So
Yeah.
just, whenever you have the advantage, basically, in any sort of payload especially, you just want to push, right? Even if there's someone in your back line, if you see 3 people back there, that's a good indicator to be like, you know what? Not my problem. I trust my teammates to not suck, to kill one person, and I'm going to push forward and, pressure them in some way. And that's a pretty good rule of thumb.
And it's like if we had pushed up before and gotten them in their spawn and killed them, Junk wouldn't have been able to take ship and fuck us for the entirety.
Yeah, and then y'all wouldn't have struggled here. Absolutely,
Pain.
because you're already in a good spot to stagger them. You know,
the second points in most of Overwatch, this map, Dorado, Hollywood.
They're brutal.
Yeah, Midtown, they fucking suck, and most of it's because of an oppressive high ground. But
absolutely,
if the offense does what Strawberry said, and get aggressive, you get those daggers, you get half of the cart push for free, and then
you bypass that high ground.
Yeah, and then they have to push out into the high ground where you have it, and it's just as oppressive to them as it is to the attackers. And again, that's like a team problem.
On you, it's completely a team thing. Your tank has to be there. Hopefully someone else, and it's all about timing and making sure you guys got ult combos going into second and all sorts of shit.
Yeah, by the time you guys do end up getting out of there and on towards the Mercy and the Kiriko, that's when you guys probably would have wanted to already had them killed and be trying to stagger Diva Mech,
Yeah, they're already set up, and we're just kind of Winston's chilling on cart, it's not that serious, and...
Yeah.
And it sucks too, because you guys had all of your ults for the most part. You were down a couple, so y'all could have again used those ults, comboed something, and just kept the momentum up. That's absolutely what killed y'all here.
Yeah.
And then we eventually switched to Ryan.
Yeah,
I was so confused. In my head, I could hear Dylan saying, "Ryan's the worst tank in Overwatch."
I was.
I don't think he's the worst, but he's down there. You've
said that before, and it's been really funny.
Yeah. Oh, here's another thing too. So the timing of the copy is unfortunate, right? Because the fight was winnable until Lotta died, right? Because he had beat.
Yeah,
but
I copied the tank to make up for our tank dying, and Lotta immediately died.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
Yeah, so I understand that, and when I said it in the moment, I was like, honestly, it's probably just not the call to copy tanks.
Yeah,
you could still I don't think it's a bad thing to copy Diva there, but honestly, I just feed onto Junk, copy Junk here, and or Sombra and just try and build a quick EMP, either one. Just feed onto Junk, try and get him off ship, get a kill on him maybe, and worst case scenario, he gets you out of his copy. And you've got some positioning out of him. But him or Sombra. Also, like I said before, the fact that you killed Junk and then killed Mercy, that was beautiful. I don't know how... that's when he swapped to Ryan. I was gonna say, I don't know how he didn't dive him. Yeah, I don't know how he didn't dive them in that scenario, but that's when he swapped to Ryan, so makes sense now. I remember, I was thinking at the time, how did nothing happen there from that? But
that was
makes sense
such
now.
an unlucky bomb. I was so sad.
Yeah. I don't know if Reaper was a call here. I don't know. I think you probably could have stuck with Echo because they don't have a hit scan, but I don't know. The whole thing's messed up because we have Ryan.
Having a Junk Mercy.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
He was fucking me up, and I was like, yeah.
I think you could play something maybe to help with Sombra. I don't know. What do you think, Strawberry? What do you think would have been the call here, to play something? I have no fucking idea at all.
Not Ryan.
Well, yeah, but I mean for Bear in this scenario. Yeah, obviously the Ryan thing's the problem.
I was trying to figure that out whenever I was watching you guys, because it's such a hard choke,
Yeah.
And my thought process behind it was okay, if we're going to brawl and we actually get onto something, if I'm behind him as Reaper, it works.
Yeah. No, the problem is like there's no one to brawl because like Junk's sitting up top and like
Everyone
Diva
can
can just
get away
fly
from
away.
Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone can get away from
Yeah.
Ryan. Like, at least you obviously have the capacity to get to high ground, right?
Yeah.
As Reaper. And so I would say if you're playing Reaper, like, that's your goal, is to try to kind of force them off of those spots.
Yeah.
And you don't have to, like, you don't have to commit super hard, but you can go up there and distract the Junk, and that helps your Ryan out and shit like that. I mean, I don't know what would be better.
I have no idea.
Like, I did like the Echo.
You were doing
but
well on
It's
Echo.
It's harder now because...
See, I didn't feel like I was. That's why I swapped.
It's good to get to high ground, and against their comp, I think it's nice. But on a map like this, it's weird because the high ground, it's still, I don't know.
It's just so important.
Yeah, and
right?
it's just weird because like you can go up there, but like the Junk's just kind of in your face still, you know,
Yeah.
and the Diva's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No
I don't
idea.
know what the best
I-
call would be,
I
honestly,
really don't know.
DPS wise. Besides
Swap
maybe
it up.
like a pick. Yeah, I was about to say like a pick centric DPS maybe, and you could try to go out a different window that they're not looking at, and hopefully pick like a support or Junk or something, right? But you still have to worry about the Diva and the Sombra diving you, so it's still a fucking crapshoot.
Yeah. That's tough.
It was just
Maybe
bad
Sojourn.
situation.
Maybe is
Sojourn
Sojourn just the answer?
Yeah.
The answer
you
to
can, yeah, like you can slide away, you can throw the orb down, you have that pick potential. I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think Reaper's bad.
Yeah.
I think Ryan's bad.
Yeah, Ryan is what makes this a problem.
Yeah.
If he was playing Winston here, like you guys could have dove the Junk together real nice as Reaper and Winston.
yeah.
Or even on Echo, like you just dove him.
At
Like
least
with
we went high
he just
ground.
See, that was my problem when I was Echo. He like never dove the Junk up top. I was really confused.
right there. Honestly, I think that he just probably didn't. I don't know. I honestly don't know what happened. To be honest, the quickest character just didn't get in. I'm not sure. But I don't know if that was he wasn't shielding close enough, or Hades was playing too far back. I'm not sure.
He was probably a little bit too far back. Because if he was like with me and like Lava and y'all, he would have been fine.
Probably shouldn't be playing with y'all anyway. A soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
true.
should be on the opposite side
Yeah.
shooting.
And even if they dive him, he can run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he creates an angle that's really important because now they can just spam in here, which is what happens.
Yeah.
You'll almost win this too, right? And
I
then
know.
Junk just kind of fucks everyone.
Yeah, I got
He
a
gets
little bit
remech
like,
killed on,
too
too.
anxious
Oh,
pushing
yeah.
in here, I think. Yeah.
I think like I think you guys needed to push out as soon as he shattered, like instantly.
Yeah.
Or when she Kiriko ulted, you guys needed to like regroup. Like I think just chilling in the doorway is what fucked it.
So,
Like his Junk was spamming, like Kiriko spamming.
Yeah.
Baby Diva gets her mech back instantly because of it.
I definitely think this was like the best opportunity y'all had, right, to take this.
Yeah.
Because you did get a couple of picks, or like you picked Sombra, right, or Junk.
It was
both.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they
and
rezzed
Junk got rezzed. Yeah.
So I mean, whenever he shattered, I think the mistake you make here is you get out of Wraith early, right? Obviously,
Yeah.
you get headshot and you get fucked. I honestly think that if you just gone a little bit further into the ship, right, or even past it a little, you know, in one of the doorways, you can make them turn for you to deal with you, which is great for your team, and then you can blossom like you're wanting, or you know, make whatever play you want. Maybe you just want to shoot them. Who cares?
Yeah.
But making them turn because you have that Wraith and the invulnerability to be able to do that, and there's that mini in there if you really need it, right? I think that's honestly what you could have done better, or maybe you jump on Junkrat when he distances himself on the bottom here. I honestly think you just like panicked and popped out a Wraith. And then
Yeah,
shoot out
that's
the
what
dome.
that's what I mean. I got a little bit anxious because I was like, "Oh, there's a fuck ton of people here." And got out of Wraith and died.
Yeah,
I was like,
this was close to being like a good play, I think, for you, and you could have carried it.
Yeah.
All right. Skip ahead a little bit.
Unfortunate remake kill.
Yeah. He was low to begin with, I think, whenever he got remech killed
well,
on.
he killed Junk,
Yeah.
And then he stayed in the junk mines as he was making the play, and then the diva just finished him off.
Is that why he was 1 HP?
Yeah, like he shattered
my
junk
God.
and killed him, and then he stepped into it, took it all.
Pain.
This was really big here. This tire was really big. Or not tired. Blossom while he tired. Sorry.
Oh yeah. That's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
Huge play.
Yeah, it was massive play, and you got the stagger on Diva. That was all really big. Honestly, right here, you saw Sombra's translocator. Just TP up and try to fuck her.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah, I didn't process where translocator was.
Yeah.
Gotta be
Yeah,
real.
she translocated either onto ship or into ship, one of the two there. It was in obviously now, and then she like got the mini. If you had TP'd up like as soon as she like TP'd there, you could probably either caught her like as she's leaving, or like by the time she like starts shooting at your team right here, like then she's TPing back towards the mega over on the left where you're looking right now, and like you could have killed her in there.
Yeah, I can tell that you're a team player, which is great, because you're playing with your Rhine and you're trying to make that play. But you can make your own plays and like really utilize like your capacity to take the high ground as Reaper. It's so good. It's so important. And like you can still be a part of the brawl, right? And contest high ground when you need to. Like obviously you don't need to be up there, if you don't need to be up there, but in this instance you do, and it's really useful.
I think this is kind of a similar thing as to third point on defense. I think you probably could have tried to take a more aggressive angle, like before the fight started. You could probably TP'd like right over here into the little room over here on the right, and then like kind of walked up and she has the mini hacked here, but like you could play it around the mini area and like force Diva either to push you out or like force Junk or Sombra, like someone to deal with you, and if not, you can just flank and kill Kiriko. Oh, Bear got voice chat.
Oh no.
Maybe internet thing. Not sure. Let's wait. Wait for him to come back. Dun, 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 dun. I think I like the evening Gibraltar better.
I don't think I've seen it.
It's we definitely played it in the beta.
I don't remember, man.
Yeah. You just hate me, I understand.
No, I'm so honored I get to see what real coaching looks like.
Shut up, coach. I'm gonna ask Lotta to do the little Lucio thing with me tonight or tomorrow.
Cute.
Or after Christmas, whichever.
You just hate me.
Yep.
I know it.
Yep. I didn't know you'd go this fucking high. What the fuck? I didn't know you could do this. This is crazy. Oh my god. I'm still going. This is nuts. Huh. I can't believe I'm still going. like a fucking universe. I can see everything. Let's see, Bear messaged me. His PS4 froze. He's coming back. This is wild. All you flat earthers, look at the roundness of the horizon. Look at that, flat earthers. Who do you think you are? Wonder if I could touch the sun. Probably not. I can keep going higher though.
Did you fucking send Bear an invite to our server?
Not yet, no, I will.
What do you mean not yet?
I've been busy, Strawberry.
What? You literally, you're getting a VOD.
Yeah, I'm doing a VOD with him right now. Jesus Christ. Busy.
Yeah, did you even tell him?
Yes, I told him.
You gonna send him an invite?
Wait, how about this?
What?
I'll send him an invite when I feel like sending him an invite. How about fucking that?
Holy shit.
Fucking questioning me. This shit.
You're such a baby.
Such a baby.
Why have you been mocking me?
Because you're fucking saying mockable shit. Calling me a baby.
What am I doing that's mockable? You are a baby.
You're a baby.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I don't like you anymore.
Yeah, I bet.
Do the rest of the VOD up here.
I'm down. It's a good point of view. Get the high ground.
Get the high ground.
It's gonna be so nice and cold for the Steeler game tomorrow. I'll freeze my balls
you're going,
off.
right?
Yeah, I never sold the
That'll be
tickets, so
fun.
it's the coldest game in Heinz Field history. And I'm gonna be one of the people not wearing like a shirt.
Are you gonna paint it?
What, my non-shirt?
Yeah, your chest.
Yeah, I'll paint it with I don't know, I should paint Kipper's face on it.
That'd be cute.
It'd be funny. It'd be pretty funny. Boston and Uprising, the other Overwatch team, they're gonna be even more stacked than Outlaws, unless Outlaws like go for some crazy shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they dropped their entire roster, which was unshocking because they were horrible, and they signed. Bear said he apologized. His Wi-Fi is not connecting. It's okay. It's no problem, Bear. I don't know if you can hear me or not. But yeah, they signed Striker, who is a former Boston player. He's he's pretty niche. He can play like Reaper, like Tracer, and Sombra well. And then they signed Smurf, who is like probably the best APAC tank. They signed Decay, who carried Washington. The two Shanghai Dragon supports, Lee Jae-gon and Izayaki, who are freaks.
Nice.
And they got Birdring out of retirement to come back.
Wow.
Birdring's been fucking on Valorant. He's coming back to teach people Overwatch again. He'd be nuts. Bear asked if I want to try again in a little bit. It's just not working for him, so yeah, I'll just do that.